Okay, so today we're going to talk about social media engagement and why it matters and how to boost it. So what do I mean by engagement? So engagement is a measurement of how people are interacting with your social media accounts and content. So that can be measured in likes, mentions, shares, views, comments, subscriptions, anything like that. So it's a great way to measure whether the context you're creating is actually resonating with your audience. So it's isn't just a single interaction, it's the overall interaction over a long period of time. And I like to think of it like a long term relationship. So, in order for it to be successful, you need to dedicate time, be adaptable, be committed, and understand what makes your audience happy. So, and some examples of engagement are likes and favorites. So those are the two probably ones that everybody hears about. It will tell you the popularity of a given post. And then there's comments. So comments help with visibility. There's direct messaging or DMs. There's replying, and replying to followers' comments is the best way to engage with them and build their trust and confidence for your brand. And then there's sharing retweets. Retweets is basically just sharing. So if someone clicks on the post, they'll be redirected to the original post. And if you have the chance of, and then you'll have the chance of acquiring another potential customer. And then there's things like clicks and mentions. Those are also great examples of engagement. So why should we care? So social media posts with more active and thoughtful interactions will increase your reach. So reach is the number of people who see your content. And so I read a study that said that, which was kind of shocking to me, that people are paying attention to their social media accounts for as long as 2 hours a day, which is actually a lot of time when you think about it, just constantly interacting with your social media for 2 hours a day. That's a lot of time. Um, so why should we care about engagement? It builds brand awareness and increases your exposure. So that's beneficial if you're working with a limited budget and can't afford lots of ads and paid marketing. Um, it will improve the relationship between your brand and your customers. So when customers engage with your posts, you're presented with an opportunity to get to know your customers and build a relationship with them. So by interacting with them, you'll be able to learn more about them, and it'll help improve your social media marketing strategy. It also builds customer loyalty and trust. So, answering customer questions will instill trust in your brand. If customers trust your brand, then they'll be more inclined to buy, use your product again, but also recommend you to other people. And as soon as customers decide to engage with your business on social media, they're essentially putting their trust in your brand to solve the problem. And then last is to increase conversion and generate leads, the big one that everyone really cares about. So being active on social media and responding to customer posts, the potential customer will feel more confident buying or selling a home with you. And conversion is just the percentage of customers who take the action you want them to take. Um, and then we can talk about good versus bad engagement. So poor engagement could reveal customer dissatisfaction or disinterest in your brand. Good engagement, on the other hand, will only help the image and growth of your business. So if a new potential customer finds your social media and sees few likes and no comments, they may lose interest and just be like, well, who's behind this brand? Like, do they really even care? But if they see a lot of likes, enthusiastic comments, and helpful responses from the business, they're more likely to stay on the page, follow your social accounts, and hopefully convert into a customer. Okay, so boosting the social media engagement. These are just some tips for you that'll help boost that engagement. So first one is to post consistently. So you posting consistently will help you stay at the top of your followers' minds. It'll help the algorithm. So the more you post, the algorithm will find and favor your content and show your posts to more people and potential followers. I would recommend posting about 1 to 2 times a day is pretty much the limit. You don't want to post too much, or that'll just have the tendency to annoy people. But yeah, post every day. Organic reach. Organic reach is the number of people you reach without paying to boost a post. It can only reach a certain amount of people, but each time you post is another opportunity to reach your audience. So posting each day strategically and consistently will maximize that organic reach. And I really like to use scheduling tools. These two, Later and Buffer, are two really great apps on your phone or online that'll help you schedule posts. So it really takes the hassle out of posting. So what I would recommend is to set some time aside to schedule your posts for the week and use the free time to actually engage with the users on a day-to-day basis. And then, find a balance. Make sure you're not posting too much of a certain type of content and not enough of another. So developing a tone of voice. So your tone of voice really humanizes your brand. You want to keep that vocabulary simple and aim for a friendly conversational tone. And always don't be afraid to use emojis to add that personality and humor. Right here, I have a chef's kiss emoji. And speak how your audience thinks. A memorable brand voice is one of the best things that you can implement to connect with your customers, boost your engagement rate, and let people feel like they know the people behind your brand. Okay, so use visuals. Infographics are shared 3 times more than any type of other content. So today with visuals, users gravitate towards authentic expression and diverse perspectives. So it used to be that visually high saturation filters and perfect positioning was like the norm, but now it's more so candid shots, muted tones, low-key editing style is kind of the trend right now. And you want to have a consistent look, so it should match your brand identity. And another thing I like to do, which I might do another workshop on, is Canva. And Canva is my absolute favorite graphic design program online. You don't have to pay, but you can pay to get upgrade to Pro, and you get all this access to graphic design, and you can make little graphics and infographics that would be great for your Instagram or Facebook or anything like that. All right, and so you want to include a call to action. And so a call to action encourages your audience to take the next step. It really encourages them to engage further after reading the post. So an example would be double tap if you like this post, or ask what are your thoughts on this? So asking those questions is great. People will engage more when they're told to do so rather than when they're not. So also you want to respond to all your comments. So whether the comment is positive or negative, you should be answering it. I really doubt that in this business, there'll be a lot of negative comments, but you still want to respond and try to come up with a solution and things like that. And it really shows the audience that you're paying attention to their needs. And present yourself as personable and approachable. So by presenting your company is helpful, others will feel a connection to you and your products or services. And then adding the emojis can also develop a connection with each responder. And then make your captions interactive. So ask a question, ask for their opinion, and take advantage of social media features like polls and Q&A. Here I have an Instagram feature where it's a poll between 2 different dates, and that's just great for engagement. Okay, so which platforms are best for engagement? I really like to stick with Facebook and Instagram, so those are the 2 I'm really going to go over today. So with Facebook, the algorithm now in 2020 is a little different than it used to be. So now users' news feeds are less focused on organic branded content and prioritize posts from users' Facebook friends and groups. So that organic content is, just to reiterate, that is any social media activity without any paid promotion. So the more engagement a post receives, the more likely Facebook's algorithm is to reward it with reach, or the total number of people who view your content. And quality over quantity. Facebook prioritizes posts that users typically interact with, the medium they interact with, and by medium I mean videos versus posts versus photos, and the overall popularity of the post. And then there's the importance of timing. So you can really look at the Facebook analytics section to see what days and times of the days are busiest for your page. So that's what I have right here. If you just go to your Facebook Insights, you can see the times that are most successful for posts and engagement and things like that. And let's see. Yeah, so make people aware of your brand. Share your page on your personal news feed, on your personal like Facebook profile, and invite your friends to like your page. That's never too annoying to ask your friends to like your page, you know. And yeah, ask your friends to share your page with their networks. And then also use engagement prompts. So really like asking a question is probably one of the best things you can do. So typically when you ask a question, the reader will start formulating an answer in their mind immediately. And they may also check out the other comments on the post to see what other people are saying and whether they have similar or opposing views. And right here, I just have a little graphic that shows Facebook global engagement. So here it looks like Wednesday in the afternoon from like around 10 to 2 is typically the highest engagement. So middle of the week, middle of the day is typically when you want to be posting. So just a quick note on Facebook algorithm. So they've started doing this thing, which I think is kind of strange and a lot of people are annoyed with. They're fighting against engagement bait, which they view as cheating their algorithm. So engagement bait is a tactic to create Facebook posts that goad people into interacting through likes, shares, comments, and other actions in order to artificially boost engagement and get greater reach on newsfeed. So what works well for engagement on other platforms and in the past won't work on Facebook today. So things like asking for likes and shares, that you'll cross Facebook's line when you ask for a comment that doesn't indicate any real thought or consideration. So here I just have some examples of that engagement bait. So I'll just quickly go over these. So vote baiting is using a positive reaction to vote on different things. So here you can see that the only options that they give you for interacting with this post on the left to vote on your 2018 goals is they're only positive reactions. So Facebook will see like that you're just baiting them to like your post positively. React baiting, reactions are like tricky with Facebook. The reactions is like the little smiley, the heart, the like, the like surprised look, the angry look. Those are the reactions I'm talking about. They were created as a way to portray how a post makes us feel. So with react baiting, Facebook doesn't want you to force people to comment with a specific reaction. Share baiting, it's fine to ask your audience to share content that's related to your business and provides further value to further educate, but don't include any sort of giveaway in your call to action because they'll just bop that post all the way down in their algorithm and no one's going to see that. Tag baiting, asking people to tag their friends in the post message or in the comments is a big no-no. And then comment baiting, people often feel that you're only asking them to comment so that you can increase your visibility on Facebook without providing any value in return. And Facebook community does not care to simply be used for your business's gain, which I think is kind of ridiculous, but okay. So Instagram I think is a lot better for engagement. It's the most engaging platform and the algorithm doesn't penalize you as much for trying to boost your engagement. So what I would recommend is to complete your profile. If you want people to follow and trust you, they should know who you are. And that includes your profile picture and description. So if you're a person, use a good quality picture of your face. If you're a brand, use your logo. And don't forget your contact information. And take advantage of all the fun features that Instagram has. So here on the left, I have what you can use for stories, Instagram stories. You can tag locations, mentions, you can do poll or vote stickers, which is great for engagement. And question stickers is an excellent place for followers to get to know your brand better. And then the poll or vote sticker is great for understanding followers' opinions. And utilize carousel posts. So carousel posts are the multiple pictures in one post where you just swipe and you can see like more than one picture. A study that I was doing some research for this, and a study found that carousel posts on Instagram just get more likes than just a single picture, which I thought was kind of interesting. And keep your captions short, less than 10 words, and don't forget those emojis. And, you know, don't get caught up on the likes. Likes are somewhat passive. We scroll, we double tap, we move on with our lives. Comments say, I care about this enough to type out my opinion. Shares say, I like this. I think someone else will too. And saves on Instagram, you can save specific posts. Saves say, this is so great. I want to revisit this in the future. Saves are great. And here I have another little graphic for Instagram engagement. You can kind of see that Thursday is a really good day for posting. Thursday and Wednesday. I might do another workshop class on the best times a day to post on social media, because that has a lot more impact than you actually think it will. So I think these graphics are really cool in explaining that. But that is it. Is there any questions? Oops. No. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming, and I really appreciate your time, and have a great rest of your day.